Tonight, a tragic mystery solved. 9 years ago, an American mother and her infant daughter were shot out of the sky over Peru. And only today did the CIA go public, the CIA, and take action against those involved in a terrifying mistake. Brian Ross begins with the horrifying encounter 9 years ago, all caught on tape.
This videotape was made by the CIA as one of its jets sneaked up behind what was mistakenly thought to be a drug plane flying along the border of Peru and Brazil. They were preparing to have it shot down.
We're trying to remain covert at this point.
The CIA could not have been more wrong about who was on the plane. They were American missionaries from Michigan, Jim and Veronica Bowers. Also on board the plane was the Bowers' then 6-year-old son, Corey, and their infant daughter, Charity. Over the course of 1 hour and 49 minutes, the CIA personnel would never correct their mistake and, in fact, would violate again and again what were thought by the White House to be strict rules of engagement, including verifying the tail number of the plane. That did not happen.
We can go up and attempt the tail number, but if he is dirty and he detects us, he makes a right turn immediately, and we can't chase him.
When the Peruvian Air Force arrived and issued a warning in Spanish, "We will shoot you down," it was on the wrong radio frequency, so the missionary plane never heard it. And even when the CIA pilots began to have doubts,
This guy doesn't fit the profile.
they did not wave off the Peruvian gunship, later saying they did not have the authority to do so.
I think we're making a mistake, but I agree with you.
A minute and a half later, the gunship opened fire, and the Bowers pilot screamed in Spanish for them to stop.
Tell him to terminate. Don't shoot. Tell him to terminate. No mas. Roger. No mas, Tucano, no mas.
Trailing black smoke, the missionaries' plane headed for a river to land, with Veronica Bowers and her daughter Charity already dead from bullet wounds. And within days, the director of the CIA told officials at the White House all procedures were followed.
The problem was that the CIA was apparently lying to its own director.
Today, the CIA was accused of an almost 9-year-long campaign to mislead and stonewall Congress and others about how and why the rules were broken.
If there's ever an example of justice delayed, justice denied, this is it.
It's upside down.
The CIA insists the entire episode was handled thoroughly and professionally, and that there was no cover-up, to the outrage of the dead woman's parents.
I want somebody to tell me why they killed my girl.
Today, the CIA said its 9-year-long investigation had determined that 16 CIA employees should be disciplined, including, we learned, the woman then in charge of counter-narcotics. Many of the 16 are no longer with the CIA, and one of them told us his discipline was no more than a letter of reprimand placed in his file, which he was told would be removed in 1 year. That's the punishment for his role in the wrongful deaths of 2 innocent Americans, Diane.
After 9 years.
After 9 years.
Okay, thanks, Brian.